Working Class Tools here. Today we're going to talk about a hot item. Literally a hot item. So today we got this Heater Buddy 30,000 to 60,000 BTU torpedo heater. It's propane and electric. Puts out nice heat. Right now it's on low and it's cooking. These things are super handy. So I picked this up at the start of winter from Menards. I think they sell them at maybe Tractor Supply, maybe Royal King. But it's very similar to the Bauer version that they sell at Harbor Freight, which they've recently, with the recent winter storm that we had, I know they kind of flew off the shelf. They've been kind of hard to find. But these heaters are pretty awesome. We always had a kerosene torpedo heater in the shop when I was growing up, and I always really liked it. I mean, they're better for a larger space. My workshop here is only a couple hundred square feet, so it's a little overkill for my space, but I bought this because I was working on our minivan, which, being a Dodge, has a well-known issue with the oil filter housing, and it just happened to happen when it was about in the mid to low 20s. The feel-like temperature was like in the teens, and I had to break it up over a couple days just based on my work schedule, and I ended up breaking down and getting this just to blow at the backside of me while I was working underneath the hood, and just from the heat reflecting off the hood onto me, I stayed pretty toasty, and I'm like, dang, why did I not get this thing sooner? I was even thinking about making some kind of makeshift enclosure with a tarp, which probably don't really suggest using a plastic tarp or anything, but I mean, it would have been well kind of like over and ventilated. It would have been safe, okay? But I didn't even need any kind of wind block or enclosure. It just kept me toasty blowing at the backside. Like I said, that heat reflecting off the hood was fantastic. It was a total game changer. Made it so much easier to accomplish that repair. But I use it occasionally in the shed, workshop, whatever you want to call this. Just in small spurts. Not only because the space is so small, but because I don't like that, you know, the tools are already cold and the shop's not kept warm all the time. Then you put the warm air in here and it creates condensation on the tools, and I just don't want more pitting and rusting on the chrome sockets. The chrome on some of the tools, you know, starts to pit, or the sockets start to rust if you have impact sockets, or like your pry bars and stuff that are like the black metal, will start to rust. But I mean, this thing warms it up super quick. I only got to run it for a few minutes, and it'll bring the temperature right up in here. I mean, especially for a small space like this. But they're about $100, I think. The Bauer one might be a little bit cheaper. This is what it looks like in the box here. I mean, it says it heats up to 1,500 square feet. It can operate up to 12 hours on this 20 freaking pound propane tank, which you can hook it up to the bigger tanks. If you ran it on low on a 20-pound tank, you'd get 14 hours out of it, so it says, or 28 hours on a 40-pound tank, or if you have a 100-pound tank, 72 hours. If you run it at 60,000 BTUs, you get 7 hours on a 20-pound tank, 14 hours on a 40, and 36 hours on a 100-pound propane tank. 100 pounds. That sounds expensive. But I mean, if you don't have one of these heaters and you have to do any kind of repair, you don't have a heated shop or something to do it in, I mean, like laying underneath the car or underneath the hood, I would suggest getting one of these and just putting it near you and having it blow on you. It would definitely change your mental attitude. Definitely make it a lot more doable and easier to accomplish the task. Or even if you have a small shop or something that you need to heat up quickly, this is definitely it. I suggest getting one of these, Mr. Heater Buddy.